Hello, beautiful Taurus gang. Welcome to my channel, Tarot by the Intuitive Teacup. I just saw Two of Cups. All right. We reading for love? We'll see. Welcome to your tarot reading here at the Intuitive Teacup. This will be a general tarot message for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. You got poppers. The deck is talking. I gotta finish my spiel first, though. General reading, that means not everything that comes through may resonate with every single one of you. Please come into the reading with an open heart, an open mind, a desire to better yourself or walk away with something new, something to chew on, right? Give them time to resonate, and if they don't, that's okay. Feel free to release them for now. Check back at another date, or at or a different reading entirely. You are accountable and responsible for all your own actions and decisions. My first question to you guys out there is, oh, there it is again. What are you waiting for? You guys have feelings for someone and you're holding back out of fear, out of some sort of false belief that you're not good enough, or just simply worrying too much about almost like disturbing. I don't know, maybe it's a solid friendship, maybe it's a working relationship, but there's almost like this. You're waiting, Three of Wands, waiting for your ships to come in, waiting for this person to make a move. I don't mind that, except when it's being clarified with the Eight of Swords. What this is saying to me, the reasoning behind it, or possibly the lack of common or good sense or good reasoning, and stick with me, here's why. The Eight of Swords indicates something needs to be freed or liberated here. Specifically this mental prison you've put yourself in, because that is what it is, and I don't mean to talk down to you in any way. I am Team Taurus all the way. But if you are fighting for or grappling with, struggling, moving forward with this decision to express something from the heart, express something of an emotional nature, whether it's romantic or not, the Eight of Swords is saying whatever is keeping you stuck is not healthy. It's typically fear, right? In many different forms and manifestations of it, of what keeps us stuck. Usually it's lower vibrational thinking, self-doubt, negative self-criticism. I just have to be honest, what you're looking at, this card is so beautiful and so, I don't know, there's like a warmness to it. There's a fondness, there's an affection that if you're looking for an answer, should I move forward with this? Should I communicate my feelings? My answer to you is yes. So up to you whether you want to take on that message is yours. But if you're resonating with that storyline of holding back feelings for someone and, hoping it comes to fruition or hoping it comes about, you're being asked to take the brave and bold move to move forward, to express something that needs to be expressed. The planetary connotation to the Eight of Swords is it's a Gemini card, right? So Gemini being a one who likes to think and communicate, but it's also indicative of planet Jupiter. So Jupiter is something that wants to grow and expand, right? How are you going to grow and expand if you got yourself all tied up in knots here, right? Specifically with your thoughts, there might be too many possibilities or too many outcomes. Maybe you end up talking yourself out of it because you get overwhelmed at the idea of approaching this person. Again, I'm going to stick with what I said. Go forth, my child. I think this is actually a very positive, lighthearted message. Under that, you have the Magician. Yeah, stepping into your power of voice, no less, of communication. If you are dealing with some sort of romantic connection where maybe there has been some, upset feelings, or I would say miscommunication with the Eight of Swords, you're being asked to bring your power to it, the power of your voice, your ability to communicate what you want and what you desire out of this. I have to be honest, I like the cards. In terms of signs you might be dealing with, you have a very strong Gemini energy here, as I said. Also Virgo with the Magician, it represents both Gemini and Virgo, and maybe some Cancerian energy, maybe some Aries energy. Ultimately doesn't really matter. Let me get you one more card on this, and then we're going to move on to a different storyline. Never ever let fear hold you back, right? What is that? There's like a good little expression. I'm probably going to botch it, but it's like courage is not the absence of fear. It's like moving through the fear. Again, that's not literal, but more or less that's what I'm getting. With Aries energy, right? Cardinal fire sign, taking that brave, bold step forward, being the trailblazer, being the pioneer. What's really cute to me, it's like you're the pioneer of feelings and emotions and romance. And maybe that's a little bit foreign to you right now, right? Sometimes Taurus prefers to stay in what is familiar and what is comfortable. And I don't know, if you're being asked to take on some sort of risk, it seems to be a risk that's going to bring you lots of pleasure. Also something I associate with Taurus, pleasure, right? So get it, girl. That's what I say. Or boy, whoever's out there watching. The house. Yeah. All right. So more Cancerian energy here too. And I would also say breaking down the walls. In a lower vibe, Cancer can be a little bit guarded, a little bit defensive. It very much likes to nurture and protect the family. That's sort of a very big concept with Cancer, whether it's family by blood or family by choice, right? Our friends, our lovers, our partners. I'm almost getting the idea of welcoming in something more intimate. Something that you would share again among sort of a more selected group of people, those you choose to form those strong relationships with, not necessarily, the ones forced upon you like coworkers or family for that matter. But yeah, if this is in terms of romance, it's like you're opening the gate to something much bigger. Big, right? Look at that. And also the 2, I don't know, something about that makes me think of Gemini, the duality, weighing ideas and thoughts, but also 20 maybe having to do with sort of a judgment or a reawakening of the past. That's Cancerian connected. So I don't know, there could be reawakened feelings, and maybe it might be feelings that you tried to suppress or forget about, but they're still there. So I don't know, work your magic. That's my short synopsis of the storyline for you. Let's do one more. I'll use a different deck. That seems really pretty and beautiful, and it could be very nice. It's okay to face your fear. It's very good and healthy to get out of your comfort zone. Actually, let's do this deck. I just felt called towards it. All right. Anything else for my lovely Taurus squad out there? What else can I relate to them? Maybe something, a different message, or let's connect with a new group of Taurus, a new energy, a new storyline. What is something coming through for Taurus in the next week or 2 or 3, whatever? What can the tarot tell us? What does the tarot want to tell Taurus this week? I'm seeing something about cups or Cupid. I'm seeing like CUP, cups, so a page of cups, emotions, or something with Cupid, like arranging love. That actually makes me think of the Magician too. The idea of, in a positive way, sort of that, what is the name? The trickster energy in mythology. I know you guys are saying it. What is it? It's not Cupid, but it's similar. It's like it flies and it gets people with its arrow and like makes connections. Oh my god, that's gonna drive me nuts. Anyway, associated with kind of that mercurial Geminian energy. Yeah, I don't know. There could be suitors or romantic partners being linked together. Not Hermes. Oh my god, somebody write it in the comments. It's going to drive me nuts. Anyway, whatever. Here we go with the tarot. The 9 of Swords. Oh no. Yeah, anxiety about a reunion. At war with your own thoughts, at war with your own anxiety, to the point where it's not, the healthiest card. Sometimes it's like we become a victim to our own mental prison, right? It's one up from the 8 of Swords. So we've moved from Jupiter, which you can make a positive out of a negative. Jupiter is very positive. It's very blissful. It can be overindulgent. It can be exaggerated. But again, your way out of these sort of, impeding thoughts is to cut yourself loose, to free yourself, right? That's what Jupiter likes to do. Freedom, liberation, 8 of Swords. Here we're dealing with some Mars energy, so it's a little bit more conflicted. There's more at stake. There's more, it's almost like an internal war with your own thoughts. Not knowing how to proceed forward, where it might be debilitating or immobilizing, it might be crippling in a sense. So we got to get you out of there. I think it's saying utilize your friends who are there to help and support you through a difficult time. And I don't mean for this to sound trivial or like I am, pushing your problems aside, because clearly some of you guys are dealing and grappling with something that is quite stressful. It could even be, the illness of a loved one. It's saying as much as this is weighted and it is an important part of your life right now, make sure you're balancing it with some nice lighthearted energy. It's by no means, escaping, trying to escape it or, pretend it's not there. Quite the opposite. It's acknowledging that in our darkness, we can still find light. We can still find some good times. People we can connect with who emotionally, right? With those cups. That's what you seem to be lacking this week. There's some sort of emotional connection trying to come through, and you might be resisting it or not believing it, or again, I don't know if this will make sense, but sort of convincing yourself that you don't deserve it or it's not the right time, or you're stressed out at work, you're stressed out taking care of your kids, you're stressed out taking care of your parents, and then your girlfriend or guy friends call you up to hang out and you're like, I just don't have time for it. I actually think this would be something you should make time for. Like, you need to schedule in time to relax. That's very, very important for Taurus, right? To hit reset, to not sort of surrender or give in to sort of the craziness or instabilities of life. They do exist, right? We do have to acknowledge them. But I think you have to be very choosy in how much power kind of Mars energy that you're giving to these stresses, these anxieties, because ultimately we do always have choice. We do always have agency, even where it feels like, the walls are coming in on us and we have to make a decision. What decision you make is entirely up to you, and how you choose to sort of navigate around these or to work through them in a productive way. Do not resist or deny yourself what sources, especially people in your life, can give you a little bit of pressure. Can you delegate, Taurus? Can you ask for help? Are you needing to ask for advice? I know Tauruses like to give advice, and you guys do tend to give great advice, very grounded advice, right? There might be a need to sort of flip-flop the roles and go out and seek advice from those you love, those you trust, right? Some of you may be struggling with someone else in your life who has addiction issues, specifically alcoholism. Again, that's not for everyone, I know. That's a specific message. But for those who do resonate with that, if you're sort of grappling with, again, it could be yourself too, any sort of addiction to food or drink. What can I tell those here about that? That seems to be an important message because it came right out. You are stronger than your addiction, or your connection possibly to this person is stronger than the addiction, even though it might not seem like it at times. Stand behind the people you love and support them even in their darkest hour, even in their darkest times. And again, not something I typically would have to tell Taurus. You guys tend to be very loyal, very committed, offering solid foundations for those who are seeking and desiring to get better, not someone who is refusing your help. With the Six of Wands, you may have to demonstrate by example. The Six of Wands is very tied to Leo. Leo is that nice sun energy where it warms others, it demonstrates, it likes to lead, it almost has this orbit where, all the planets orbit around the sun. It maintains some sort of warmth and essence. You can't go to battle for this person, but you can support them in their battle. I hope that makes sense. Again, Jupiter energy too. So Jupiter can be excessive and indulgent. But with that, there's positive sides to Jupiter too, and it does have to do with a variety of people. So it could be that this person may actually seek treatment in terms of joining some sort of social circle, like maybe it's AA or something like that, where this person can actually relate to many other people struggling with the same issue, and it doesn't seem like this personal demon they're grappling with. Yeah, I actually think that's important with the sun, rather than keeping it in the darkness and feeling the sense of shame or guilt like it's a dirty little secret. Not at all. You have to bring it out into the light, because by putting light on the dark, it doesn't make it a monster anymore. It brings it back down to that nice Taurian earth energy. Like, this is a thing. This is an earthly, tangible thing. We can look at it, even if it is like addiction, right? Shedding light on it makes it just simply like a problem that needs to be solved. And that's what I mean. So this may resonate in multiple areas, but these friends may be able to come in and help talk you through it, or give you some fresh ideas, fresh suggestions. This is a card of victory, by the way. Jupiter, and that's really what this card indicates. I mean, yes, it's Leo and the sun, but it's like 2.0. It's very lighthearted, warm energy, but it does indicate that we've been through the Five of Wands, which is all about kind of warring and conflict and obstacles, Saturn energy, this oppressive feeling like the walls are coming in on you. This is not where the battle lands. It's not time to give up. It's almost like you have to put your best foot forward. And even if you're not feeling like it, maybe some of you struggle with depression, it is about going out there and trying your best to see the bright side of things, right? And again, asking for help and counsel. This doesn't have to be a battle that you have to fight all on your own. Both these cards indicate to me you have many people backing you and supporting you. And it might be a similar message. Maybe they can't go to war for you, but they can assist, they can help. So make sure you're asking for that help that you need, whether you are the person struggling or a bystander watching someone you love struggle. There's a network and a team of people that can help you. Some of you may need to, and I don't do medical readings by any means. This is sort of where I start to draw the line a little bit. I am just going to say for one or two of you, if you are totally on board and you know what this is, you may want to seek professional counseling, yes, but what I'm getting at is like a new doctor. Get a second opinion for some of you, because that's going to make a world of difference. Especially with this, if you're facing opposition, like you're going back with these symptoms and they're giving you the same sort of rejection of no, it's not that, it's not that. If the issue persists, you need to speak to another doctor or someone who can help you through this, right? Again, maybe they can't solve it entirely for you, but give you some sort of structure or regimen or something that helps you cope and hopefully leads to some sort of victory at the end of the road. Nine of Pentacles, yeah. You are strong. I'm hearing the word fortitude. This is not your first rodeo, too. So for some of you, this has been a reoccurring issue. It is eclipse season, right? So with that full moon that's going to, of course, it's going to be in Taurus, right? With this full moon in Taurus, there may be a culmination or a completion of something. Yes, maybe we can look at that as an ending, but it could also be a refreshed opportunity to sort of face old demons or old wounds and find a fixed plan, a committed plan to actually move forward with our intentions this time, not just thinking it and not taking action on it, right? That's kind of the difference here. So anyway, Taurus, I hope that helps some of you out there. Please let me know in the comments below. Remember to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you very soon for more tarot. Bye, guys.